Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever part in the world you are now. Dear ones, Namaste. A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. I'm Veronica, and my friend Jagannath will be the host for the day. sharEvery is free English learning global platform which has been started its journey through Mr. Rambabu sir from India. sharEvery is here to help the needy aspirants who wish to learn English language. I cordially welcome you, Mr. Rambabu sir, the CEO and founder of sharEvery. Smarties is a branch of sharEvery. Children of 15 age will be the partakers in this group. A warm welcome to our beloved Director of Smarties Group, Ms. Yamuna Rani ma'am from Karnataka. And hearty welcome to the special guest, 𝐴ASHNA Takhtani, a motivational speaker from Dubai. And I also extend my hearty welcome to the special guest, Associative Directors of Smarties, coaches, teachers, parents, team members, and friends. Welcome and thank you all for joining 177th meeting of sharEvery.
Thank you, Veronica, for your brief introduction and welcome speech. Namaste, I'm Jagannath from Bangalore. Moving for the next part, let me brief on today's agenda. I request all the participants to mute your mics until you are asked to unmute. 40 minutes of the meeting time will be utilized by the speaker of the day, that is around 8:50 p.m. Reflection over the host message and tiny talks with the partaker will take place after the host speech. At exact 9:15 p.m., the Zoom meeting will wind up. I request all the participants to adhere to their timings. Thank you all. Now here comes Ms. Kansa from Pakistan to introduce our speaker of the day. Over to you, Kansa.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to say warmly welcome to all of you, especially Ms. 𝐴ASHNA Takhtani, who gave us her valuable time. I'm Sansat Mazi from Pakistan. I'm gonna share with you a brief introduction about our special guest. 𝐴ASHNA Takhtani is an amazing personality, a radio presenter, motivational speaker, event MC, keynote speaker, kids presenter, YouTuber, and a brand ambassador. At just 12 years old, she has reached much higher than the average age of 12. Ambitious, creative, confident are all words that comes to our mind while seeing 𝐴ASHNA in action. An absolute stage lover, 𝐴ASHNA is no stranger to high-profile events. From delivery keynote speech at the District Toastmasters Annual Conference, which was attended by 700 plus Toastmasters at the UAE Gavel Club 2018 finals. She is a gem of RJ or Pearl of Radio. MCSQ Got Talent Show by Sun and Sun Sports. 𝐴ASHNA is an absolute inspiration to youth all over the world. 𝐴ASHNA is indeed a versatile personality, and we feel happiness that we are having her on our sharEvery learning platform. Thanks.
Now please help me welcome motivational speaker, MC, radio representative, and a TV reporter, Ms. 𝐴ASHNA Takhtani from Dubai. With a big round of applause. Over to you, 𝐴ASHNA.
Thank you so much, Veronica, Jagannath, and Kansa for that amazing introduction. You guys are honestly doing a great job. And to see, the youth organizing these events, taking over, I feel so inspired by you guys. And also a big thanks to Ram Babu for giving me this opportunity to speak at such a beautiful platform. Honestly, what you've created here with sharEvery is incredible. So thank you so much, guys, for that. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're attending in the world right now. My name is AASHNA Taktani, and most of you know the topic for the evening, which is knowledge is not power. Now, listening to this, you're probably saying, what is this girl saying? What does she mean by knowledge is not power? But don't worry, because today I'm going to prove to you that knowledge is not power. Now, how many of you have read a book or taken a course in the last week or maybe in the last month? Yeah, put your hands up. You've read books, right? I'm sure we've taken courses like PPT courses, Excel trainings. When we're in school, we learn so much. We have different subjects, different areas in the subjects that we look at, that we learn. Now, let's say your teacher teaches you 50 different things. How many of you would remember 100% or even 50% of those things? Well, it's a well-known fact that the human brain tends to forget 50% of what we've learned within 24 hours. And it forgets 80% of what we've learned within 48 hours. So if your teacher taught you 50 different things, then within 24 hours, you'd only remember 25 of those things. And within 48 hours, you'd only remember 10 of those things. So then those 10 things that you remember, they are your power. Not sitting there, putting in your time, reading the book or attending the class or listening to the course. No, that's not your power. But actually, what you remember from that is your power. So knowledge is not power. Retained knowledge is power. Now we all go to school, right? Some of us here have gone to college, university. We've learned subjects like science, math, English, history, and many other subjects. But tell me, have you ever learned to learn? Do you know who has the smartest computer in the whole world? You do. Your brain is the smartest computer in the whole world. But unfortunately, it comes without an owner's manual. What if there was a way to train your memory? What if you could become a fast learner? What if there was a way to retain all the knowledge that you gain when you're reading a book or attending a course or maybe while you're in class? Would you be interested? Yes, I'm sure you would. So let's get started by looking at the 4 tips to becoming a fast learner. Now, the 4 tips to becoming a fast learner are actually in the word fast itself. The F in fast stands for forget. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, hold on here a second. On one hand, she's telling us that retain knowledge is power, and on the other hand, she's telling us to forget. Well, when I say forget, let's take an example of what I mean. If you have a glass that's full of water, and you try to pour more water in it, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to spill, right? But if you take an empty cup, and then you try to pour more water in it, then what's going to happen? It'll fill up, won't it? So that's what you need to do. You need to forget what you've learned temporarily. Set it aside, empty your cup of water so that your brain can absorb and take in more knowledge. Because whenever you go to learn, you should start with a beginner's mindset. Now, I want you to think back all the way when you used to go to nursery. All the way back. What was the first thing that you learned to do? It was to identify shapes, wasn't it? Now I'm going to give you around 30 seconds. Go get a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil. Okay, quickly, go get a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil. You're going to need it all throughout. Yes, we got it? Great. Now what I want you to do is I want you to draw a small triangle in the corner of your page. Just one small triangle. Yeah, are we done? Cool, we all know how to draw triangles. We know what a triangle looks like. Yeah? All right. Now guys, I'm going to put a 20-second timer. All right? And we're gonna see how many triangles you can draw in those 20 seconds. Pens and pencils down. Right. Now I want you to quickly count up how many triangles you were able to draw. Quickly count them up and then write them down in the chat box. Oh, we see everybody's counting. Let's see who can get the most triangles in the 20 seconds. Oh, so Jagannath was able to draw 18. 16, we have 2. All right. All right, so all around the same range, 12, 20, 12. Good, guys, that's really good. Now, I want you to think. Do you think that there is another way to do this? Could there be another way to draw triangles? Do you think that there's another way to draw more triangles, but in the same amount of time? Well, there is a way. Now, the way to draw more triangles in the same amount of time is to draw connected W's all across the page, like that, then draw a line at the top and a line at the bottom. That way, you can draw. Do you guys want to test that out? Let's do it. This time, I'm going to give you, again, same 20 seconds, and you have to try and see how many triangles you can draw this time, but using the method we just looked at. All I see are heads, focusing, trying to use the method we just looked at. Remember, connected W's all across the page, then a line at the top and a line at the bottom. Do you think we'll be able to draw more triangles? What do you think? And time's up. Okay, now, just by looking at it, stop, guys, you need to stop, time's up. Yeah. Now, just by looking at your piece of paper, tell me, it looks like you were able to draw at least twice as many triangles than before, right? Just quickly look at your piece of paper and see how many triangles you're able to draw using this method. It's incredible, isn't it? And you know what, guys? I'm really proud of you. Well done. Because you have just unlearned how to draw triangles, and you've learned another method. You have emptied your cup of water, and you were able to fill it up again with more knowledge. And now you know how to draw triangles in 2 ways. So good job. Give yourself a round of applause. You guys are doing amazing. All right, remember, F stands for forget. Empty your cup of water so your brain can absorb more knowledge. Now let's move on. The A in FAST stands for active, because learning is not a spectator sport. You need to roll up your sleeves. You need to get involved. Do the activities. Ask questions. Take notes. Be present. Because you know what? Your body might be there at the time, but maybe your mind isn't focusing. Maybe it's getting distracted by the devices in the room, or really anything else. So make sure that you're present, that you're active, because learning is not a spectator sport. Now the S in FAST stands for state of mind, because information mixed with the correct emotion equals to long-term memory. Now, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling low? Are you feeling sad? Or are you feeling happy and energetic? If you're feeling low and sad, then what I want you to do is quickly get up and do some jumping jacks, or just run on the spot for 20 seconds, or even get up and give your body a little shake. Because when we get active physically, our brain releases chemicals called endorphins. And those chemicals, the endorphins, they put us in the correct state of mind. They put us in the correct emotion. They make us happy and bubbly and energetic and ready to learn. So remember, whenever you feel low, get active physically, because when your body moves, your brain grooves. And the last one is T. T stands for teach. Because when you teach someone, you've learned it twice, you've retained it better and for a longer period of time, and your concepts are clearer. Give an example. Some days there are times at school when my teacher is explaining us something, but I don't always understand what they're saying. And so that when it comes to actually doing the task, I get stuck on a couple of the activities. Then my friends come up to me and they say, hey, Ashna, can you help us with these tasks? And they're the same task I was stuck on. But when I start to explain it to them, when I start to teach it to them, my mind thinks in a different perspective. It opens up and all of a sudden, boom, I got a solution. So next time when you go to learn something, sit with the mindset that you have to teach someone afterwards. And actually, once you finish learning, go teach someone. Try it. Because when you teach someone, you've learned it twice, retained it better and for a longer period of time, and your concepts are clearer. Okay, let's quickly revise the acronym. F stands for forget. Empty your cup of water so your brain can absorb more knowledge. A stands for active because learning is not a spectator sport. S stands for state of mind because information mixed with the correct emotion equals to long-term memory. And T stands for teach because the best practice is when you teach someone. Right, so now that we've learned how to learn, let's look at a couple of tips and techniques that can help us to retain this learning. Now, tip number 1, revise what you learned the previous day. If you revise what you learned the previous day before you start learning something new, even if you only revise for 5 minutes, you will always have a strong foundation. Now, let's say you're reading a book, okay? You read the first part of the book today. Tomorrow, before you start reading the second part of the book, just take out 5 minutes to revise what the first part of the book was about. And then the day after that, before you start reading the third part of the book, take out 5 minutes to revise what the first and the second part were about. That way you'll always remember, oh, the first part of the book was about this, the second part of the book was about this, the third was about this, and so on. Because remember, the more back you pull an arrow, the further it goes. The more you revise, the more you remember. Now the next tip, tip number 2, is basic association. All right, I got a fun activity for you guys again. Are you ready? I know you are. All right, I'm gonna say a list of 10 words. You have to remember them in the exact same order. And no, you're not allowed to write them down. You're not allowed to take photos or record. You're not allowed to cheat. Okay, I hope I'm not giving any of you ideas. Hey, I see one picking up the pencil. No, you're not doing that. By memory, as many as you can remember in the same order. All right. Number 1 is God. Number 2 is glasses. Number 3 is tree. Number 4 is car. Number 5 is hand. Number 6 is dice. Number 7 is week. Number 8 is octopus. Number 9 is pine. And number 10 is Ben. All right, guys, let's see how many you can remember. Remember, they've got to be in the same order. I can see focused minds trying to remember. Were you paying attention? Who was listening? Let's see. All right, we have scratchy heads. We have thinking caps on. Oh, we're trying to focus. I can see it. I can see it, guys. I love this activity. Every time I try it, it's always so fun. All right, time's up. Time's up. All right. Now we're going to quickly go over the list again. So number 1 was God. Number 2 was glasses. Number 3 was tree. Number 4 was car. Number 5 was hand. Number 6 was dice. Number 7 was week. Number 8 was octopus. Number 9 was pine. And number 10 was Ben. We have 2 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s, 3 out of 10s. What do we got? Write them in the chat box.
8.
Oh, I don't want the whole list, guys. I just want 4. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
7. Good job, guys. If you were able to get all of them correct, I am so proud of you. We have someone getting 9. Good job. But if not, don't worry, because now we're going to look at a technique that is going to help you remember this list. It's called basic association. Now, what basic association is, it's when you associate an object with something else in order to remember it. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the same list, and this time I'm going to tell you how we can use basic association in order to remember it. So, number one was God, right? How can we remember that God was number 1? Well, we could say God leads the universe. God is the one who created us all, you know? So therefore, God is number one. Number two is glasses. We could say, well, glasses have two lenses. Therefore, number two is glasses. Number three is tree. Well, they rhyme, don't they? So that could be a good way to associate it. Number four was car, because we could say a car has four wheels. Number five was hand, because there are 5 fingers on our hand. Number 6 was dice, because a dice has 6 sides, at least an average normal dice. Number 7 was week, because there are 7 days in a week. Number 8 was octopus, because an octopus has how many tentacles? 8 tentacles. Number 9 was pine, because, well, they rhyme. And number 10 was Ben. You could remember that with 2 reasons. The first reason being because they rhyme, and the second reason, we know the cartoon Ben 10, right? Some of us do. So that's a good way to associate it. There you go. That is how you use basic association in order to remember lists. Now, I'm going to share my next tip is brain foods. Brain foods is a list of foods. All right, number 1 is avocado. You guys can be taking note of this, or you can be remembering it with basic association, whatever way you like. Okay, so number 1 is avocado. Number 2 is blueberries. Let me give you an example. You could say, well, blueberries are like the pupils of my eyes. That's a good way to remember that it's, associated with your body, good for your brain. Number 3 is broccoli. Number 4 is coconut oil. Number 5 is eggs. Number 6 is green leafy vegetables like kale and spinach. Number 7 is salmon and wild caught fish. Number 8 is turmeric. Number 9 is walnut. Again, naturally, if you've ever seen a walnut, you know that it's shaped like a brain, right? So that's a great way of saying, well, a walnut is a brain food. And number 10, one of my favorites, it is dark chocolate. Remembering it, because these brain foods, when you eat them, they really do make a difference on your memory and, how sharp your brain is. All right, let's move on to tip number 4, chain linking. All right, I'm going to do that same exercise we did for basic association. I'm going to say a list of 10 words, but this time they're going to be 10 very random words, very random. They're not linked for any reason. Okay, they're just 10 words in a list. Like before, you have to try and remember them, and no, you're not allowed to write them down unless I tell you to. All right, number 1 on our list is congratulations. Number 2 is stick. Number 3 is bottle. Number 4 is laptop. Number 5 is bag. Number 6 is curtain. Number 7 is glasses. Number 8 is box. Number 9 is headphones. And number 10 is purse. All right, guys. Ooh, let's see. Who is paying attention? Who is listening? I want everybody just think. Yes, you've got it. I believe in you. It's a very fun exercise. Like I was saying, every time I try with different people, it's always so fun. And at the end, when we look at, the tip and how we could have linked it and worked with it, it's so fun. All right, time's up, everybody. Time is up. Number 1 on our list was congratulations. Number 2 was stick. Number 3 was bottle. Number 4 was laptop. Number 5 was bag. Number 6 was curtain. Number 7 was glasses. Number 8 was box. Number 9 was headphones. And number 10 was purse. Who was able to remember all? None. Oh, we have someone 10, 8, 6. Good, guys. This is amazing. Now, if, someone got 10, I'm really proud of you. But if you weren't able to get them, again, no worries, because now we're going to look at a technique called chain linking. Chain linking is going to help you remember this list forwards and backwards if you practice it. Now, what is chain linking? Chain linking is a technique when we take words together, we link them together and associate them together like links of a chain. All right, now what I want you guys to do is quickly shake your body right now, just shake. Yeah? All right, now close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. What we're going to do is we're going to go through a quick visualization exercise. Okay, so I want you to imagine everything that I'm saying and keep your eyes closed. Now let's start. I want you to imagine that you're walking in this huge party room. And on the walls of the party room, you see the word congratulations written in big letters. It's bold and it's in your favorite color. So can you imagine that? It's written in your favorite color. And I want you to imagine that as you enter this party room, you have a super long selfie stick in your hand. It's so long that it's touching the ceiling. And you're using this selfie stick to record the party. Now I want you to imagine that you get really thirsty. So you walk over to the party table, and over there you see a sparkling golden water bottle. You open it up, you drink from it, but it accidentally spills on the laptop. Now this laptop was being used for the music of the whole party. The music stopped. Not just that, but the electric circuit failed, and that resulted in fire. Now we have this big fire, and it gets caught onto your bag. This fire got caught into your bag with all your belongings inside. But it doesn't stop there. Next to your bag is this huge curtain. Just quickly try and imagine what patterns you see on that curtain. But that curtain's burned down now because it caught fire. Now I want you to imagine that the room is getting so hot that the glasses people are wearing are melting down their faces like candle wax. Now this fire, it continues to spread through the whole room. In fact, it goes to this corner where we have lovely cardboard boxes. And they catch fire as well. But you know the worst part? Inside those boxes were headphones. And those headphones were the gifts for the party guests. But now you see the craziest thing happening. All the ladies in the room, they're scrambling and they're searching for their purse before they can go out to save themselves. Now I want you to quickly run through this visualization exercise and realize that what we've done here is we have turned the words into pictures. And then we've linked these pictures together like links of a chain. Because you know what? We learn really well by telling stories and making association and visualizing things and making them incredibly unique, because that helps us to remember better. Now you guys can open your eyes again. Open your eyes. That was a fun exercise, wasn't it? And we actually use those words, we turn them into pictures. So the important tip is to turn into picture. That is our important tip. All right. Now let's move on to tip number 5. Have you ever met somebody and they give you their name, but seconds later it just disappears out of your head? Or maybe you're going somewhere and someone says hi and you recognize their face, but you just can't remember their name. I'm sure we all go to events and parties, right? Well, let's say you go to a party, and in that party, you meet 20 people. You have a whole conversation with all 20 people, and you're having a great time. But by the time you leave that party, you don't remember a single person's name. Tell me, what's the use of that party? What did we take away from that party? Did we make any friends in that party? No. So today we're going to look at a technique called VAK technique. This is a really simple but really important technique. Because what's the sweetest sound to a person's ears? It's their name, isn't it? And it's impossible to show that you care about somebody if you don't care enough just to remember their name. So let's look at the VAK technique. It's another acronym, and it will help us to remember people's names. The V in VAK stands for visualize. Visualize the person's name written on their forehead. So when the person tells you their name, I want you to visualize it written on their forehead in your favorite color. It's written in bold, it's written big across their forehead in your favorite color. The A in VAK stands for auditory. Once a person tells you their name, try and repeat it 2 to 3 times in the conversation, and try and end the conversation with their name as well. There's also this thing called a 6-second rule. What this rule is that if you don't repeat their name within the 6 seconds of you hearing it, you're most likely to forget their name. So let's say I meet someone, their name is Mike, okay? I'll say, hi, Mike, how are you? Or hi, Mike, nice to meet you. Or hi, Mike, my name is Ashna. Welcome to my party. You know, all these ways, using these introductions, you fall under the 6-second rule. Now, the K in VAK stands for kinesthetic. What does kinesthetic mean? Kinesthetic means to use your body, because we tend to learn things and remember things better using muscle memory. So when the person tells you their name, I want you to write their name, but I don't want you to write it on a piece of paper or write it big, exaggerated movements. No, minimize those movements and use micro movements. So maybe you're writing it with your finger, you know, alongside your arm somewhere, but it helps. It really does help because we tend to remember things better using muscle memory. All right, guys, we're gonna do another activity. Yeah, I see those smiles. All right, I'm gonna introduce you to my friends, okay? To some of my friends. And using the VAK technique, you guys have to see how many names you can remember, all right? And how many friends you make. I want you to meet her. This lovely lady is Jenny. Say hi, Jenny. Make sure you're using the VAK technique. Use the 6-second rule. Visualize their name. Write it down. This is Jenny, okay? This person is Mike. Say hi, Mike. How are you? Remember to follow under the 6-second rule. Here we have a wonderful gentleman, Ahmed. Maybe, hi, Ahmed. My name is Ashna. You know, something like that. Actually say it. I want you to actually say it, guys. Here we have a lovely lady named Isha. And we have Kia as well. And we also have Joshua. All right, guys. Now, let's see how many names you can remember. All right, you can write this down in the chat box. You can write down their names. You can say it out loud, however you like it. Okay, what is this lovely lady's name? That's right, it is Isha. Good job. What is this gentleman's name? Good job. Yes, his name is Joshua. What about this person whom I introduced you guys to? What is his name? That's right, his name is Mike. What about this lad's name? Yep, this young lad's name is Ahmed. Good job, guys. And what about this beautiful woman? What's she called? What's her name? That is right, her name is Jenny. And last but definitely not least, who is she? Who is this beautiful lady? That is right, her name is Kia. So we have, all right, a lot of people getting these names. Good job, guys. Right, for those of you who were able to get their names, I'm so proud of you. And for those of you who weren't able to get it, no problemo. Because all the techniques we looked at today, they require practice. They require a lot of practice in order to master it. And you know, practice makes progress. What we're looking for here is progress, not perfection. All right, let's quickly run over all we learned today. We learned how to learn. We looked at some tips and techniques on how we can retain that learning. You know, we had revise what you learned the previous day. We had basic association. We looked at a list of brain foods that help make our brain sharper. They make our memory stronger. We looked at chain linking. We had the lovely visualization exercise we did. We also had the tip turn into picture. And we also looked at the VAK technique, which will help us to remember people's names. And if some of you were observing, we used quite a few acronyms here. We had FAST, remember? Forget, active, state of mind, teach. We had tip, turn into picture. We had VAK, that's a whole technique as an acronym. Visualize, auditory, kinesthetic. And the reason why I included it here is because acronyms are a great way to remember things. These could be silly acronyms, they could be funny acronyms, just acronyms, because they do a great job in keeping this information in here. Knowledge is not power, but implementation of that retain knowledge is true power. But guys, please go out there and learn as much as you can. Soak up as much information as you can. Read more books, attend more courses, focus more in class, ask questions. Try and learn as much as you can, fit them into your beautiful brains. Then retain all the knowledge that you're learning. Retain all of it using the tips and techniques that we looked at today. And last, but definitely not the least, implement that retained knowledge. Make use of the time and effort that you put into it. Apply it into your daily life. Take action. And remember that the difference that makes the difference always comes down to action. Thank you very much. This is 𝐴𝐻NA signing out.
Thank you, Ashna, for your mind-blowing talk. Now, may I ask my friend Sai Shikhar to give the reflection over the host message. Over to you, dear.
Thank you, Sister Veronica. Hello, everybody. My name is Sai Shrita. I am 8 years old. I'm studying 3rd class. I'm from Telangana, India. Wow, it was really a wonderful session. Thank you, dear Sister 𝐴𝐻NA, for enlightening us. I enjoyed attending the session and it is very useful to everyone. I hope everyone is convinced with your great presentations. Everyone thinks that knowledge is power, but with your great presentation, you have proven that knowledge is not power. Now, you are the role model to many people. I am happy to be with you all here, and I'm blessed to share my feedback. Thank you again, Sister 𝐴𝐻NA. Over to you, Sister Veronica.
Thank you.
The most interesting part of the session is tiny talks where one can interact with the speaker. This will be taken care by my friend Meha. Over to you, Meha.
Thank you, Jagannath. First of all, I would like to convey my sincere gratitude to the sharEvery Smarties team, especially Yamarani ma'am, to bestowing the fantastic opportunity to run the crucial segment of the session, that is Q&A. So now the floor is open for all eminent part takers. If anyone has any doubt, clarification, or any query regarding the session or discourse, you are invited to raise your hand. Your time starts now. And remember, we have only 10 minutes. So hurry up. Anyone? I'm counting 1 to 10, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyone? 9, 10. Okay.
This is Sudha from India, Tamil Nadu. It's really good to see you. Too pretty and very talented as well. The way that you presented is like a story. I couldn't stop my eyes seeing you. It's too good. Thanks for the presentations and the memory technique which you have shared with us. Then I wanted to say my wishes to all the Smarties in this team, in this meeting. All the very best. I hope we'll see you all in next 10 years in a very good top line. Thank you to all.
Thank you so much. That was so kind of you to say. And it's really, it's an honor, all of you amazing people, the way you have, taken charge and these Smarties, they truly are Smarties. They are the smartest Smarties I've ever seen. You guys are amazing the way you're handling things. It's incredibly inspiring. And I'm pretty sure, in fact, I know that all of you, wherever you go, you carry this this bubble of happiness, of knowledge, of energy around you. And I'm sure, again, no, I know that you inspire so many others around you. So guys, keep it up, keep doing what you're doing. And it's just truly amazing to see that kids your age are taking charge. You're doing something really productive with your life. So good job.
My first question to Nilu ma'am. How to improve your practical learning?
How to?
How to improve your practical learning?
First of all, I would like to congratulate her, such a young girl and such a great speaker. Her speech was, beautiful. Beginning was good, then body, then conclude, very, very beautiful. And according to her, there are so many ways we can learn and we can memorize the things. For example, the association method was very good. Then chain method, visualizing method. All these methods are very, very good, And even how to remember step by step. It's great, such a young girl and such a good speaker. It was great, So I learned, first of all, this visualizing was excellent. And even chain also, she explained how to remember. So, and the best thing I like, this knowledge is not only learning, but to retain and to implement. That is the main thing. And this we have to implement, then only we can progress. So it was fantastic. And I really liked her speech. Such a young girl and so much confidence. Oh, great, congratulations. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Nilu ma'am.
Yeah.
And my second question for Yuri ma'am. Ma'am?
Yes, I am. Good morning from Mexico. Once again, how are you doing?
Good, ma'am.
Awesome. Okay, thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. I'm so excited to have you in my life. AASHNA, you are wonderful. Your determination, your knowledge. Okay, you are really brave. Thank you very much. AASHNA deserves a lot of heart in this morning because it was a wonderful, wonderful presentation. Thank you very much, AASHNA. Thank you very much for your tips, your knowledge, your everything. Thank you very much. I love you so much, and I love you all the smarties, all the people here. Okay, blessings from Mexico. Absolutely big hearts to all of you. Okay. Okay, good job. Thank you very much, kids.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for the love and the energy you're sharing. Thank you for your comments. And this is only possible with support from people like you. So thank you so much.
So Yuri ma'am, your question is, what fruits are good for our brain?
What fruits are good for our brain?
Fruits are yes, ma'am.
Fruits. I think blueberries.
Yes,
Okay.
You got one.
Avocado.
Yeah,
Two.
That's a good one.
Broccoli.
Good job. Keep going. You're on fire.
I'm on fire. Oh my God. Maybe, I forgot. Maybe mushrooms. Did you say mushrooms or not?
No, I didn't. I mean, I love mushrooms, but no, they're not a brain food, unfortunately.
It's not a fruit, but it's good for the brain. I think it's good for the brain. Okay, broccoli, blueberries, broccoli, I forgot. I only remember.
I'll give you a hint. One of them was shaped like a brain. It's not a fruit, but it's a sort of nut.
It's like
It's a very big
for my
hint.
brain.
It's shaped like
nuts?
yeah, it's a nut and it's shaped like a brain.
Oh my God, help me. I can't remember this word.
Who's gonna help? Who's gonna help her? Unmute yourselves.
Come on,
Who's
help
gonna
me.
help her? Go.
Need a chocolate.
Tell me with this game.
Dark chocolate is good, but what is the name of the nuts that's shaped
Walnut.
like
Walnut.
walnuts? There we
Walnut.
go.
Thank you very much.
Who's gonna help her with everything else? We have avocado, we have
Thank
broccoli,
you.
we have blueberry, dark chocolate,
Coconut
walnut.
oil.
We need 5 more. Come
Dark
on.
chocolate.
Broccoli,
Oil.
coconut oil, egg.
turmeric, almond, kale, spinach, turmeric, walnut.
Yes, good
It's time
job.
for my next question to Joy.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell two names of Ashna's friends.
Jenny, Joshua,
Good, good. Very good.
Mike, Ahmed, Kia.
Good, Joy, you're on fire. We asked for only two, but you're giving all of them. Come on, there's one more. Can you do it?
N.
It starts with an I. Isha, that's right. Good job. Joy, I'm so proud of you. You remembered almost all of them. And we asked only for two. Amazing.
Thank you very much, Joy. And my next question to Jagannath.
Yeah.
What inside of the boxes in the party?
Can you repeat it?
What inside in the boxes in the party? The story
Headsets.
of headset. Yes, good. Right answer. Thank you very much for giving your cordial cooperation. Over to you, Jagannath.
Thank you, Meha. I will hand over to my friend Joy for further announcements. Over to you, Joy.
Thank you, Jagannath. Good evening, one and all. I am Joy from India, studying in 5th standard. Now, I am here to announce the next week's schedule of sharEvery, a free global platform of English. 4 regular meetings are being brought before us by this wonderful platform of English. The speakers of these meetings are great public speakers, motivators, highly talented professionals, worldwide coaches, and life skills trainers. Coming to the next week announcements, on 26th October, we have an formal meeting. The speaker of this meeting is Coach 𝐿𝐶𝐕𝐀𝐍𝐿, who is a teacher educator from Nagaland, India. On 20th October, Thursday, we have an grammar class. The speaker of this meeting is Coach Danu Razwani from Mauritius, who is a great public speaker and a motivator. On 30th October, Saturday, we have an Smarty session. Coach Armugam sir is going to interact with our sharEvery Smarties. On 31st October, Sunday, we have an advanced meeting. And the speaker of this meeting is Coach Sarah Ramaya, who is going to speak about the topic, why is sharEvery? Smarties platform, where the kids under the age group 15 years will meet for learning, playing, drawing, and chit-chatting is very beneficial for us. These all sessions are absolutely for free. This is the beauty of sharEvery. I thank Rambabu uncle from the bottom of my heart for making all this possible with sharEvery. Thank you all. Over to you, Veronica.
We express our gratefulness to the CEO of sharEvery. Thank you, Rambabu sir. Director of Smarties. Thank you, Yamuna ma'am. I thank Asna Taktani for your energy and sharing your views with us. Thank you, dear.
We offer our sincere thanks to the special guest, Associative Director of Smarties, coach and parents. Last but not least, without partaker and team member presence, this event may not be successful. I thank all of them for their kind support and cooperation. We all need your blessings and thank you all.
We are ensuring our today's meeting with your permission. Thank you all for your presence, patience, and valuable time. Now I invite Ms. Yamuna Rani ma'am from Karnataka to give her words.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Modern world technology communication made learning so easy and comfortable. Yes, Ashna, you are right with your good tips and to your friends. Dear Smarties, I hope you might have learned lots of tips, exercises, ideas to remember the things. If you by heart, you can only remember, things in your short-term memory. So whatever you learn, keep discuss with your parents, friends, and with your siblings. You will be remembered for a long time. Really, it is nice to see children, that is these youngsters, learning each other. Okay. And then thank you, dear Ashna, for your awesome comprehensive tips to our smarties. Thank you, dear. Over to you, Jagannath.
Thank you all.